The iPhone 13 is going to be released on Tuesday, September 14th, so in today's video we're going to do a recap of what to expect. But before we get started, don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoy this type of videos and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. This video is sponsored by Setup, an incredible cross-platform suite which gives you access to over 200 iOS and macOS applications without any additional cost. You only need to pay for your subscription and choose the apps that you would like to use. Now, a great benefit is that you can start a 7-day trial for free when you use the link listed down below in the description. So starting off, as we already know, Apple is getting back on track with its September iPhone release, and the California streaming event will take place on Tuesday, September 14th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. The event will be live streamed by Apple on the Apple TV, Apple website, and on YouTube. So those are the three options for you to watch the event. But talking about the actual release date, the iPhone will be unveiled at the event. Then they will probably be available. The pre-orders will be available on the 17th, and the official launch is probably going to be on the 24th. But of course, we are only going to know the exact date on September 14th at the event. So talking about the lineup, we are probably going to have the same three sizes that we had on the iPhone 12 lineup. So the iPhone 13 mini, which has a 5.4-inch display, then two iPhones with the 6.1-inch display, so the iPhone 13 and 13 Pro, and the iPhone 13 Pro Max, which is supposed to have the 6.7-inch display. And the biggest new features for this year's iPhones are related to camera. The Pro models are going to have a bigger camera module with thicker camera bumps, and the lens will probably protrude less, according to schematics seen by Mac Rumors. All the models are supposed to have sensor shift camera stabilization, but the LiDAR scanner will continue to be only available in the Pro models. Now, according to Ming Chi Kuo, we're going to have an upgraded ultra-wide lens with better autofocus and low light performance. And this takes us to Astrophotography Mode. We're probably going to have the Astrophotography Mode this year, and it's supposed to be enabled automatically whenever users point the iPhone towards the sky, and it's also going to recognize the moon or stars and adjust settings like exposure automatically. The iPhone 13 may also have ProRes for video, which is a higher quality format. We talked about this in other videos, but it's really similar to the ProRAW feature introduced with the iPhone 12 Pro models. Apple is probably going to offer more editing controls. However, the ProRes for video is probably exclusive to the Pro models. And still talking about videos, we may see portrait mode for video, which will allow users to record videos with the bokeh effect. This is the first time that Apple is introducing portrait mode for video. It was released for photos with the iPhone 7 Plus on 2016, but just like the photos, the feature will allow users to shoot the video and then change the amount of blur after the recording, which is extremely convenient. Besides that, portrait mode may also be available for FaceTime calls. And talking about photo filters, according to Mark Gurman, Apple is also working on more advanced photo filters for photographers. I'm really curious to know how this is gonna work because all the photographers that I know, my friends or followers, they usually do not use the photo filters built in the iPhone. I'm not a photographer, but I do not use it. I prefer to add it on Lightroom, for example. So I'm curious to know more about it, but he says that users will be able to choose from several styles to apply to their photos, including one for showing colors at either a warmer or cooler temperature while keeping the whites neutral, and then another option that will add a more dramatic look with deeper shadows and more contrast. And the company is planning a more balanced style for showing shadows and true-to-life colors with a brighter appearance. As I mentioned, I am curious to learn more about the photo filters, but now we're going to talk about 5G. According to TrendForce, the new iPhone lineup will support the fastest 5G, which is the 5mm waves, to additional countries, not only the United States. And talking about design updates, we all know that unfortunately this year we're not going to have a lot of design updates. The main thing is the notch and the camera updates. So we are going to have a smaller notch, which is supposed to be narrower, and the speakers are probably moving towards the top of the display, so Apple will have the ability to make the notch narrower. But something exciting is that according to John Prosser, Apple is testing a new Face ID hardware that is supposed to work when you're using a mask and/or foggy glasses. Apple employees are told to test the feature while wearing only glasses, only masks, or a combination of both. And John Prosser posted a render of the device that Apple is giving to employees in order for them to test the new hardware. The testing device looks like an iPhone 12 with a case built in around it, which contains this new hardware. So Apple probably did this to protect even more information from being leaked. The iPhone 13 is supposed to be thicker as well, but it's only a 0.17 increase, which is probably not going to be as noticeable. And according to Max Weinbach, Apple is introducing a better and stronger Magsafe. This new Magsafe is supposed to have stronger magnets and bigger coils, which can also mean that we're going towards a faster charging option. And something curious about the camera orientation is that it will be a little bit different on the iPhones 13 mini and 13. The orientation now is going to be diagonal instead of being one sitting on top of the other. Regarding colors, Max Weinbach believes that Apple is working on an orange bronze-like color for the Pro models and a pink one for the 13 mini and 13. Now, something that I'm pretty sure all of you are going to enjoy is that according to a leak from Love to Dream, the iPhone 13 lineup will feature larger batteries. So the iPhone 13 Pro Max is supposed to have a 4,352 milliamp hour battery compared to 3,687 from the iPhone 12 Pro Max. The iPhone 13 and 13 Pro are supposed to have a 3,095 milliamp hour battery compared to 2,815. And the iPhone 13 mini is supposed to have a battery of 2,406 milliamp hour compared to 2,227. I'm really excited about this information. I believe that the majority of iPhone users are excited when it comes to more battery life, right? So now that we mentioned battery life, according to Mark Gurman, the new lineup is supposed to have the latest A15 chip, which will be manufactured using a 5nm plus process, which of course is going to bring more performance to the devices. But the great thing is that it's also going to decrease power consumption. So all of this is going to improve the energy efficiency on top of the larger battery. So the result will be more battery life. And according to Ming-Chi Kuo, the new iPhone lineup is going to have a new display technology that will enable the 120Hz refresh rate. We have been waiting for this for a long time, and Samsung allegedly began production of LTPO displays, which will support the higher refresh rate. And last but not least, in July, Gurman also mentioned that the new iPhones may have a feature similar to the one seen on the Apple Watch, the always-on display mode. And this is everything that we know so far about the new iPhone lineup. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.